You can see it as well. So we have third person the first time in the game, and yeah, you can easily switch around between third person and yeah, ego perspective. So very cool improvement as well.
I love third person. Like I honestly didn't know that I wanted it in Farming Simulator or needed it, but now like I'm gonna use it almost exclusively. I think. So
Yeah.
I just yep.
Well, let's
So
have a first look on the map. We are on Riverbend Springs, our US map. What can you tell us about the US map? Are there anything new things, cool things? Just want to mention that there are a lot of people are very excited about the map, and of course also the Hutan Pantai map, Asia map. But today we will showcase this map and go around here. But yeah, what are your opinion, Jens?
I think that I mean Florian and his team have done a fantastic job on this map. I think our U.S. maps, like from Elm Creek to Silver Run to now, like there's been a continuous improvement. Of course, 25 and like the optimizations and things like that visually allow for like things like it just feels so much more dense now. If you look out into
Mm.
the landscape, you can see trees further into the distance. Even if you're standing around some grass, it feels more lush. So this environment's based off of like the rice belt of the U.S. So you're talking about you know states along the Mississippi River, roughly
Right.
Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, so on and so forth. So it's kind of inspired by those areas and is an area that we've not really focused on of the U.S. before in our maps. So I think it's got a nice little feel to it, and the river it being like the main kind of feature through the game, having the things like the ferry and having to
Yes.
go across the river.
We
It's
have to
really
take the
just
ferry
you
today as
feel it.
well. Yeah.
We should. We
We should,
should.
yeah. So, but let's first come to our one of our features. So we have two new animals. These are goats and water buffaloes, and of course we have every animal here, and we have baby animals as well. So let's move on here and have a look. Oh, you're jumping so smoothly over the fence. Move
Like a
here.
pro.
Oh, these are just the normal cows, right? So you can. Ah no, this is a water buffalo. You can see this
Yep.
with the horns, right? The curved ones.
Correct.
Yeah, cool. So I have to crouch here a
Yeah, and
bit.
then we've got some horses over there. We got some pigs over this way.
Yeah, there's
We
some
got
horses.
some sheep and some goats, I
Oh,
think, as
here's a
well in the
baby
pen.
animal. So look around here. And the first time we have different stages for the animals that are visually seen in the game. And this is one here. That's very cool and cute.
It
So I'm
is. It's
I'm I'm
adorable.
right behind you. I will follow you.
Yeah, let's go look at like the baby pigs and the baby goats and sheep maybe as well because I mean you can't get enough adorable baby animals.
True. These are the pigs here. Oh,
Look at the
these are
pigs.
cute. Yeah,
Look at
right.
this one running. He's adorable.
Oh, I'm not with you. Ah,
He
behind you.
stopped running, but it was awesome.
Here's one running. Oh, it's so tiny. But yeah, these are
And
new. Yeah.
yeah, another cool thing with the animals is the dynamic pastures. So if you haven't seen that feature as well, you can now create your own pastures and really put them into any shape you want. And if you put them on top of meadow
Yeah.
grass, then your animals can actually feed from the meadow grass as well. So
Yeah.
one thing I'm looking
Just
forward to
follow me.
doing is
I
I
see
will
over
follow
there
you.
we will have here a dynamic pasture because you can see it in the corners.
Perfect.
So when we're here with the sheeps, um, you
Everything
see
you
this.
guys are seeing. So I saw a comment in chat, Benny, that I want to address.
Yeah.
This is base game for all platforms. Everything you're watching right now is available on PlayStation 5, on Xbox Series S and X, PC, Mac. Um, you're not going to see anything today that won't be available on all platforms. So
And
the baby animals are on console.
right. And here where I'm, you can see the rounded corner. So this is the thing that you will see with the dynamic pastures this time, and it's not like in a square or anything. So it's very dynamic. And I've seen a lot of cool screenshots from some creators that created very cool pastures, like between the forest and yeah, very cool stuff. So I think there's more immersion with the feature of dynamic pastures. I can show you in the menu where you can build. There you have the option with defenses as well. Oh, let me go through here. And if I'm yeah, I can just check out where I want to place the fence here, and then I can create a dynamic pasture. And this feature you will have in Farming Simulator 25, and yeah, you have to check this out because it
It's
gives the
really
game,
cool.
yeah, yeah, more.
What
It's more
I'm
deep than.
looking forward to doing
Mm-hmm.
is what we've also noticed, and I've learned this by watching early access this weekend. You can put a dynamic pasture down and even have trees included
Yeah,
inside of it as long as the borders are working.
right.
So I'm going to return domesticated pigs to their original habitat. I want to find a bunch of forestry and create a dynamic pig pasture so they can live in the forest
Oh,
again.
that's
That's
cool.
something I'm going to test out.
Yeah, a lot of new cool stuff with the whole animals. And I think the first thing I will do tomorrow is, yeah, to build my whole animal husbandry farm. I don't know. Oh, the jeep is going through your legs.
You know
So yeah,
what's funny is the sheep doesn't even show on my screen, which is like that's a difference in multiplayer. So you may notice when you're playing multiplayer, like the visuals that what the host or what your friend sees versus what you see is
yeah.
different. This is for optimization reasons, of course. There's a lot of differences actually, or not a lot, but there are some differences you'll see visually because we're playing multiplayer today. So the game is going to, of course, have more resources, look a little bit sharper, and be kind of fully optimized when you're playing single player. Once you're in multiplayer, you know you're fighting against each other basically for memory. So things like ground deformation and such will behave a little bit differently. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, cool. So I just want to mention one thing here in the first gameplay section. We will also have some small NPCs that will help you with a tutorial and give you some background and some more immersion of the whole game. So if you start Farming Simulator 25 for the first time, or maybe you're coming back to the game, you are able to have a tutorial, introduction to how to play the game, what you can do at first, and we can show this now here, but you will start, if you start on Riverbend Springs, on this farm. And there's one grandfather that will help you, right?
Yeah, there's a few. Like Ben is super helpful if you're trying to learn some of the tips about farming, and actually like he seems so far this weekend to be the most beneficial from the comments I've received some of the creators in early access, because it's giving you we used to have the Farming Simulator Academy that we started with Farming Simulator 22.
Hmm.
That information has existed on our website since around the launch of 22, but this is basically putting those same lessons within the game environment. And so I've got a lot of feedback already, Benny, that like because of that, because they can stay in the game and go over to the NPC and say, hey, I want to learn about canola, or I want to learn
Right.
about cultivating, and then you get that information. It's kind of inspiring people to do all of the jobs that they used to kind of ignore in the game before. So I think that even if you're an experienced player, you'll find it helpful. And I think the dialogue, we poke fun at ourselves a little bit in there. It's a little bit lighthearted as well. So even if you're an experienced player, you might enjoy some of those jokes.
Yeah, true.
So definitely check it out.
Of course. And yeah, I think it's a cool new thing for new players. And yeah, maybe let's move on. But of course, I could stay like the whole day at the animal farm here. But we have to
Right?
do some work
Yeah. What's
later,
next,
right?
Benny?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
next? Maybe just it's time for the first interview. I don't know if he's already ready. Maybe not. Maybe we'll share, we'll have a look around. But for the first interview, we will have Stefan Maurus here. He's one of the lead integrators of our team, and especially for vehicles, I think. But he will tell us more about himself. And yeah, I'm not sure if he's already here, but yeah, let's figure out a few things later. So
I've seen a question that I'd like to answer
yeah,
in
true.
Twitch chat, and that was what map can I use to build my own house? So from what I understand, um, you can there are multiple farm options on this map. This one here, like that we're on now, is Grandpa's farm, one of our NPCs. So you won't be able to like remove the buildings from this farm. You need to be able to keep these NPCs where they are. But there are other plots on the map already that you can go choose as your starting farm instead. By the way, I love this setup. I'm like hanging out over your shoulder, Benny.
Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. Here he is, Stefan. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Just introduce yourself and tell us something about what you're doing at Giants.
Yeah, so my name is Stefan Maurus, as you already said. Some of you might know me. I was already at the FarmCon, talked there a lot about the new game. Yeah, my job title is gameplay programmer and lead integrator. So what that means is actually, yeah, so the lead integrator part. So I'm taking care of all the vehicles with my team, so
Hmm.
the integration side of the vehicles. So we get the nice looking 3D models from our artists, and then we make sure they properly work in the game. So yeah,
Cool.
that's our task. And then the gameplay programmer side of my job is yeah implementing new gameplay features. Yeah, mainly focused on vehicles, so implementing new vehicle functions. If we get something new like the consumables, for
Right.
example, or one major task for this new game was now the GPS and the AI worker. So that was fully on my side. Yeah.
That's cool. So we have to talk about this, right, Kermit? Do you have a next question for Maurus? Stefan? Sorry.
Yeah, Stefan. So GPS is a highlight feature so far for fans. How did the integration of this work for you? What was important for you and the team to be able to achieve with it?
Yeah. So it was really important to have the GPS quite simple, so everyone could understand how it works.
Hmm.
And yeah, we aimed for a like a one button solution. So you press one button and then it will automatically yeah work
Right.
and guide the tractor across the field. We saw it on mods previously. It was really popular as a mod, so it was a no-brainer to implement it in the game as well. Because also for console players to have there something, but also for console players it needs to be simple.
But
So
this is an important fact about GPS. So the mod was only for PC, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
GPS will be available for consoles in the base game and
Yeah.
everyone can
Yeah,
experience it, right?
and it's quite simple to set up. And you're not limited to only have like straight lines.
Hmm.
So we implemented a system quite complex,
Right.
I would say. So that yeah, that was my goal to have it really nice working and also including the headlands.
Hmm.
So normally you drive around the field doing the headlands first
Yeah.
if you cultivate a field or if you're harvesting, and then you drive up and down. And it
Right.
was really important to have those GPS lines also on the headland.
Cool.
So that was
Yeah.
the main goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stefan, you said that like it was important for you all to make it simple. I think it is simple to use, but like you just said, it's pretty intuitive too. Like we've already seen the capabilities found by some of the partners of ours in early access of how they can, change how they're doing the headlands, the direction, like you already mentioned. Even if you go in and you set the width at the same as with the tool you just used before, you can use a baler with a steering assist as well, so that you're right down the middle. Like I did a bailing contract last night and used guidance steering, and it like did two headlands where I didn't even have to stop around the edge of the field, and I was loving it how easy it was to get that done.
Yeah, it was also the goal to have it nice for our yeah more experienced players
Right.
or hardcore players. Yeah, to have there some settings to set it up properly or to adjust the course generation. That was also one of the major feedbacks we got at the FarmCon.
Hmm.
So we definitely made sure that we got now this nice little menu
Yeah, we
we
will
can
see
set up.
this like in after the interview. We
Yeah,
will showcase the GPS and of course
yeah, perfect.
also the AI worker. So can you tell about the AI worker? How is he connected with the GPS? Has he improved?
It
That's a
they
big question, right?
they improved a lot. So basically, we had the GPS last year.
Right.
We had nice little lines that over the whole field in different field shapes. So we had that already, and we thought, yeah, how can we use that as on a different
Right.
case? So yeah, that's how we came to the idea. If we can maybe use them for our AI worker, because before that he was just driving straight lines up and down,
Right.
but using those new lines would quite improve it. And yeah, we set our goal to have it like a playable version until end of last year. So that was the goal for me to have it ready. And then we said, yeah, then we will ship it with the new game. So yeah,
I
and
only have one complaint, Stefan. It's more a me problem. It's that you made the AI so smart now that it makes me feel dumb. So I was testing it out in the last week or so, and I was doing a cultivating contract. and I hired the AI worker, and I was on the edge of the field because normally like I was doing things the wrong way. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start on the edge. Then he takes off. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Where the heck is this guy going? They will actually work from the inside of the field out. You can actually change the setting too, right? You can choose to do like the straight lines first or the headlands first, and the menu that will show. But they actually do the jobs based on how you would do it in real life. So if you're cultivating or seeding, you want to do the headlands at the end. If you're harvesting at the beginning, so can you explain like how that came about, that part of it?
Yeah, I think some players are a bit confused that, or yeah, that the AI worker starts kind of the middle in the of the field if you're cultivating and not at the border of the field. But this has the nice advantage that you can do the up-down lines in the center of the field first, and then you can just drive in circles around, and
Hmm.
you don't have so you can drive a full circle twice around. So it's kind of more efficient than starting from one side of the field to the other and then do the upper lines and the lower
Right.
lines. So it's yeah.
I think we will test this out later in gameplay, but yeah, let's get to the next question. Of course, you've already mentioned that the AI worker is has improved, and I've already saw that he also can now work on the rounded fields. So it's not just the square ones and so on.
Yeah.
So this is also connected, right, with the GPS lines
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are new, right?
Yeah, so it gave us a lot of freedom with the map design. So on the US map, you see it especially. We have a lot of rounded corners on the field, a lot
Hmm.
of round fields as well. So that helped there quite a lot. Yeah.
That's cool. So let's move on to the next question. Of course, everyone wants to know what's your favorite vehicle in FS25. So
The-
you're like leading the integration of the whole vehicles and machines and so on. So, but what's your favorite one?
That's a good question. There are so
Now it
many nice vehicles, so it's hard to pick just one. I have to say I like the Deutz tractors quite a lot because especially with the new material system, we already showed that in some videos. The metallic paintings look really
Yeah,
nice,
right. The paint
and
shaders.
and the Deutz they have this warrior green,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like Java green called, and it's like yeah a special metallic color and
Mm-hmm.
that looks so good in the new game compared to the old one. So that's really nice. But there are so many vehicles that I love. So for example, the Case Quad Truck or the
Mm-hmm.
Xerion 12, they are also really nice.
Really
So
cool.
yeah.
Nice.
nice. I have a bonus question for you, real quick, or just Stefan. Would you say a little bit about what we learned at FarmCon? There's a new tool that is being used to like scan the paint color, right? You just talked about the paint color and how like impressive it was on the Deutz. So this is something maybe the public doesn't know that we've done for 25.
Yeah, if you really compare the in-game screenshots with the one from FS22, you really see a color difference there. So some colors really improved from that color scanning. So last year we were at the Agritechnica, so it's
Mm-hmm.
a big
Yeah, right.
agritechnical show here in Germany, and we scanned like 300 colors of over
Crazy.
100
Right.
brands, so quite a lot. And all those brands will now have more accurate colors in the game. So and also this color from Deutz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it does now look so good. And also the new material system we
Yeah,
implemented.
right. But it's an important point for us at 20 Giants that we are always make sure that the vehicles are looking very good and very exact like the original ones. And this is, I think, one of our strengths of the team. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Also
glad
really
to have
important
you here in
for
the team, right?
also really important for the manufacturers to
Yeah,
have
right.
them accurate in the game and all to one line, and then we have a good base.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Okay,
for.
so what's
Yes.
put it simply, like how do you integrate a vehicle in the game? Put it simply for the viewers, Stefan.
Simple. Um,
He's like, I
to,
can't do that.
to be honest, it's getting quite complicated. We have so many new functions that you have to take care of while integrating the vehicle. So yeah, basically we get the final 3D model from our artists. We split it apart, put it together, and set the pivots correctly, so you can animate it
Hmm.
correctly and add the physics functionality and so on. So the process has become yeah quite detailed and quite intense. So compared to when I started here, we now take yeah quite a lot of more time per vehicle. So increased there a lot. And also with 25, but we also prepared some documentations there,
Hmm.
also for modders to yeah, get simpler into the new system we are using. So that will also be released on the ModHub download page. So yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Any last tips for new FS25 players or all the players? Have you some tips or I don't know feedback for anyone who will play the game tomorrow?
Use the GPS.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
Yeah, you have to say it, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It
also
it
really
really
worth trying
improves
to do it.
the workflow, your efficiency across the field, so you have less overlap. So it really helps. And also it was one of the main reasons we decided to have it implemented for every vehicle, so also all vehicles, to
Mhm.
really have it like bonus features for the users to really improve the workflow, no matter which vehicle they have. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, nice. Thanks for having you and thanks
Yep.
for the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think we have
Nice
to
stuff, on.
try all of these things out, right? Now in the gameplay. Or
Let's do it.
yeah, we have to try out GPS and AI worker. So
Let's do it.
let's go on to I'm switching around the vehicles to find out maybe at the McDon. I can drive the McDon and try out the GPS thing and you can maybe bale the grass.
Sure. Let me get there.
Yeah.
So we'll actually need like the combine. Oh, it's grass that you're doing, so I'll be able to bale it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't used the MacDon with grass yet.
Me either, because at Gamescom we showed the MacDon with the big one for wheat and so on, with the big tool, and yeah. So first of all, I have to put this down right and start it. But yeah, when I drive now on the field, I'm able to press the button for the GPS and AI settings. So here you can see that we have both options if I want to play with the AI settings or the steering assist. Now this is a new thing here and it's now possible to just choose between these both things. So if I want to drive on my own but with GPS lines, or if I want to drive or drive the AI worker, this is all possible here now in the thing. And of course we have here now some different things, settings you can play around. Stefan already mentioned that, so if I go to the steering assist, I can do the head lanes, of course, and so on. But first of all, I will just do the normal usual ones to show you the GPS. Now you can see on the field the GPS lines. We have like, okay, oh sorry, my bad. Switched around. I just want to, so it's my first time on the controller in FS25, so I'm usually a keyboard and mouse player, but today I have to play with the controller, so it's way easier. But Kermit, I think you're a controller player, right?
Yeah, even when I play on PC, I use the controller most of the time when I'm driving.
Mhm.
I will play occasionally with mouse and keyboard for driving too, depending on the machine I'm using if I'm on PC. But now that I've switched mainly to playing console, it has to be controller, right? So
That's cool. So now I have here the option to choose the line. It's now the yellow one because I'm there in the line, so it turns yellow. And if I turn and press against one button, it turns green. And if I'm pressing now the gas, yeah, it's very easy because it follows the line. And when I'm there at the corner, I can switch around if I'm getting into a new line. Oh, the McDonald's very fast. Are you still behind me? No, you're not.
I'm about to be.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying before as well, this is something really cool. Like, so people have been asking, does the AI helper bail? They do not, but what you can do if you want to is set the AI helper on a machine that is doing the swapping, like the MacDon that Vinny's in at the moment. Jump in the tractor with the baler yourself. Make sure the width is the same as the header on the machine that the AI is using, and then you'll be able to use GPS. Vinny, if you just have a look back at me, I'm locked into the same exact path you took.
Yeah,
I'm able to
I'm
use
just,
the baler
I'm
with
firstly
steering.
checking out if you're doing your work here, but it's fine. Oh,
Oh, okay.
He is
Just
our
overseeing.
first
I didn't
bail,
realize
right?
you were going to be that much of a stickler on my farming work today.
okay, let's get back into the line here and make sure the grass is harvested. Oh, I have to press, of course, it on. Oh, my bad. Let's go. Okay, I've missed a spot now.
That's all right.
Not so
We'll forgive you for
satisfying.
not being perfect today.
And I have to press the GPS again. So now I'm in line. So, but yeah, here you can see my mistake. I haven't pressed the GPS, and I can see like the small roundings where I failed the thing. But with GPS, it's so easy, and I'm staying all time in line. Maybe I can also try the steering assist as well. But yeah, here you can see like the new line is getting yellow again, and then I can press again the B button to figure out to get it. Oh, I failed so much. Okay,
Yeah, those corners can be tricky. Sometimes, like if it's more the angle that it's in, sometimes you can go around corners without an issue if they're more rounded.
yeah,
But if they have like more sharper curves to them, you're gonna have to like be able to lock in each time, like you missed out on there. But it takes some time to get used to as well. I mean, it's easier for some jobs than others as well. I would say.
Yeah, right.
Kind of get used to the feel of it.
So maybe now I will show the eye worker as well, because this is a feature that comes with the GPS. Here I can switch around between eye worker settings or the GPS settings. But yeah, let's check out the eye worker, and I will press. Oh, it's not available right now here. Not sure. Could you start
Maybe
a
we
eye
go to
worker
the
in
spinning
multiplayer?
and show it.
Sorry.
Maybe we could go to like the spinach harvester and
Yeah,
show the AI helper.
Yeah,
I think
let's
it's set up over
let's
there.
do this. We will switching around to the spinach field here. Where is it?
I was in it for a moment, so keep switching. It may have skipped it because
Yeah,
I jumped
I'm at
out.
the spinach field. You can
Yeah.
tell the Oxbow to harvest on AI. So
Okay,
I
cool.
will have a look here. So now Kermit is in there.
So same exact menu like you had popped up before, the
Yeah.
GPS, the steering assist, and the AI helper are kind of living all in that menu together. So I'm just gonna have him set on auto. He's gonna start with the headlands, so I'm gonna try to get him like lined up as much on the edge as I can here. So spinach is one of the new crops, Vinny. I think we're gonna show some more of those later on as well.
Yeah, right.
And then, do we own this field though?
We don't
We
own
do not.
this.
Let's buy this field real quick. Oh wait, we do.
Okay, I will get the
I don't
trailer.
have permission. Oh, you know what? You're gonna have to start it. I don't have permissions. Or if you're the
Yeah,
admin
I got
farm,
also like I don't know if I'm the
I need to
admin.
be given. I need to be given permission to hire an AI worker in multiplayer. I don't
Yeah.
have permission to do it.
So my screen is kind of too small, but maybe there's also I have no permission. Yeah, right. So maybe our
Yeah.
host from the direction has permission to do so, but
Give us permission. Yeah, they don't want to let us have too much power.
yeah,
You know,
they are telling us do your job on your own. So it's our work to do. So I will start to harvest the spinach field, and maybe you can get the trailer so we show the GPS
cool.
again here. So now I've got the lanes, and you see the orange lane here in front of me, and then I can press again. Of course, I have to.
So there is info about the actual release time that we've shared on social media. I see a comment about that in Twitch. So 8 a.m. Eastern time. What's that in Central Europe?
Tomorrow we will go out on 2 p.m. Central European time. And yeah, maybe later we will showcase you the whole graphic we've designed for the whole release. Oh, I'm not ready with.
Yeah, that's all right. You were giving me trouble a minute ago, and I was admiring that entire road.
So I got the call that iWork is working now. So let me try again. So now we have iWorker, and now I press X, and he's doing it as on his own. So I'm not playing anymore.
This is a good way to say that, like, if you start, the best thing to do that I found with AI worker, start with Rat. But now that Vinny has hired the AI worker while we're in the middle of the field, they're gonna adjust themselves. We need to move that tractor out of the way.
Yeah. Do you move
But
it or?
this is actually a good way of showing off like how much smarter they are now, because they will do their best to find the spot that they need to go pick up on. But because we didn't start them at the very beginning or at the very edge, they're gonna have to figure that out now.
Yeah.
And it may look like, you know, a bit unnatural at times, like the way that they're adjusting themselves. But I think that it's been designed really well to make sure that they're doing what they can to get every little bit. So what I'm guessing is going to happen is that they'll readjust themselves.
Right.
But we might also want to show it starting from scratch, and then we can hop back here and see if they've adjusted themselves for the sake of time. Like, what else do we have out there? We have this other green bean harvester
Yeah. Right.
that is nearby as well. It's on the edge of a field, so you want to switch to that one.
Yeah. I'm here in the I think I'm.
Are you nearby in the?
Or I'm at the
tractor?
piers one.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll get in that one. Yeah, I'm here
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
I'm with the tractor and the trailer.
So what I'll do is you can't see my gameplay, but it's telling me that on auto there'll be 4 headlands for this field, and I'm just gonna kind of start right here on the edge, and then I'm gonna activate the AI worker, and now let's see what they do. We may not be able to show off like them, like it's good that we started them now, so we'll check back in with them later, but we can't really sit and
Yeah.
watch them
Right.
the whole time.
That's true.
But I think it's best if we come back and check their progress later to show you, you know, how much they have improved. So, Benny, what's up next for the stream?
I think we have to unbox the collector's edition because I think people are very excited about the content of it, and
Nice.
maybe afterwards we can make a giveaway again with a collector's edition. Is that a good thing?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So I have a collector's edition here, so maybe we can swap to the camera, and then I will figure out if I'm able to open this up. And yeah, can you see my how I'm doing here?
I can now.
So
Yep,
this
they
is the
switched
collector's
camera.
edition first, of course. Okay, so here are my cards. I will put this down very quick. And yeah, so this is the collector's edition of Farming Simulator 25. Yeah, very cool things in there. Have you opened up yours, or is it sealed for collection reasons?
You know, I haven't opened it yet because back at FarmCon,
Mhm.
Christian Amon gave me one of the ignition locks because we were showing it off to our partners there that were at FarmCon, and he told me to take one back for the U.S. office. So, like, part of me wants to leave it sealed, Benny. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I might
I'm
crack
a
it open
sealed
at-
guy, so I don't know. But for today's stream, I'm able to open this up, and yeah, of course, it's looking very cool and feeling good. And I really like the design. It's like kind of spooky. I don't know, because it's like so. I want to see what's in there, right? So
Right.
let's get things done. First of all, here's keychain flags, and it's very, yeah, it's very massive. So it's has some weight, so don't feel like just plastic or anything. It's yeah, it's feeling
I have
this
that
way.
keychain on my keys right now, and I'll jingle it in the microphone.
Yeah, that's very cool. So this is one of the first things, of course, and there is yeah, why not? Let's start with the 16-bit edition. So this is a very cool thing. Can you tell us something about the edition?
One thing
Hermit?
I have to say is that I like 16-bit era is like the era of my childhood that I fondly remember the most. So, we've had previously an 8-bit version as well. So
Right.
this is kind of like that was Farm Sim 19's collector's edition, I believe that came with. So now we've gone with the 16-bit edition as well. So it's actually been really fun to see people have even created content with this game for
Yeah,
the weekend.
I
So
really like
there's
the
two
idea
games.
of it. Yeah. And I think it's a
It's
cool
just a fun little environment to
Right.
have some
Right.
fun in. Of course, it's not Farming Simulator 25, but if you have the nostalgia, it's pretty cool.
That's true. That's true. So
Nice
let's
little
move
bonus.
on here. Of course, we have a lot of stickers from some of the manufacturers and brands in the game. Yeah, you can use it for whatever you like. And of course, we will check out a few more things. So, of course, there are a lot of stickers. I really like the one with from our CGI trailer here with the rice fields.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. So, code. I don't know if I've leaked the code, but if not, you will have a CR11 code. So clip it, get it,
You may have saved
whatever. This is no. So, and of course there's
Yeah, there you
some insights, and of course we have like the posters of the production chains, I think, and the maps. So this is Riverbend Springs. I can show it here in the camera. Maybe we
Very
can
nice.
get the big camera for the whole studio, then you can see it. Yeah, it's like you can frame it and hang it over your PC. And of course we have here a calendar of all the crops and when you grew them. Yeah, very cool. And of course there are a lot more posters in it because we have not just one map, Kermit. I think I've grabbed. Is it Hutan Pantai? Right, it is. Tell me something about the map, Hutan Pantai.
Oh yeah, I mean, so this is our first
Oh,
ever
sorry.
Asian-based map. So we're really excited for this one. It's inspired by East Asia. No like real particular place. You'll see kind of a mix of both. If you're curious, by the way, of like the origins of like the inspiration for the map, there's great blogs about both Hutan Pantai and Riverbend Springs, where we have interviews with the lead developer or producer from the team that created each map. So go on the website, read that stuff because you'll learn a little bit about what the inspiration was for each map. It's really cool.
Yeah, I really like the map because we have a city and it's kind of like night city.
Those neon lights.
And
they're
yeah,
awesome.
of course I like the neon lights and of course the whole landscape, of course, and the train and everything. So yeah, of course we have here in the back some products, some greenery, some greenhouse stuff. There are a lot of new crops in the greenhouse, right? Like mushrooms, gnocchi,
Yeah.
and some chili peppers. That's also cool. So new stuff there as well. And of course we have the Sri Lanka map here. This came from FS22, but yeah, we upgraded the map, updated everything, so it's looking very cool. This is our European map. Yeah, of course we have it here as well. And we have some cool stuff in the background with all the production venues like dairy, sugar mill, oil mill, and so on. You will find this here. So grab your poster, um, frame it, and whatever. And of course, we have the game Farming Simulator 25 in there with a code as well, so you don't have to have like what's called. Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to have like a disc drive,
yeah.
right? Because it comes with both a disc and the digital download. That's what
So
it says at the top left. So
I
any
used
of our
one.
Giant eShop PC copies, you also get the digital code
People
in
now
case
f-
you don't have that disc drive.
people now think that I've never used the disc. Sorry, I missed the words, but
That's okay.
I used it. Yeah, but Farming Simulator 25, of course, is in here, and yeah, then we have the cool thing with the keys, right? Here you can see the keys, the ignition thing, USB to micro USB, and we will check this out as well. This is our ignition key lock. So I think this is very cool if you get to your immersive gameplay, your station and so on, and you have the chance to put down in there a key, connect it with your PC, and then start your vehicles with the Giant's ignition lock. That's very cool,
And the
really.
thing that I think is cool, Benny, about this ignition key is it's not just like turn your machine on and off. It actually adds like an extra a layer of like gameplay that
Right.
otherwise doesn't exist in the game, and that is that it has three it has 3 points that you can click through. And the
True.
first point just turns on the power of your machine, so you're turning on the electronics. That ability is not available to just like get into the tractor, sit in the cab view, and like see all the electronics come on. You can just turn the electronics on with one click,
Hmm.
and then second click gets you into like ready to start, and then that third click will actually start the machine, if I remember correctly. So I thought that was a little cool thing too, indeed to have. So
Yeah, of course it
kind of
is.
if you're using a steering wheel already, and if you have the beacon light from the Collectors of 22, it's a nice little addition to your
You're right.
accessory collection.
And one last thing is in here as well. This is a farming modding tutorial. So if you want to start doing mods with our Giants editor and so on, you're able to get into this with like a small thing, the modding tutorials here, and maybe later you're one of the biggest modders here for Farming Simulator. So yeah, greetings to all the modders and the teams. We love your work and we always love to see new things. So a lot of things in here, and of course we have to raffle one
Should I
of
start
those,
that
right?
giveaway now, you think?
Yeah, we should start the giveaway for Collector's Edition. So, do
All
we
right,
have...
let's do it, everyone. Twitch only, as a reminder. So if you're on YouTube watching, go over to twitch.tv/Giants Software and put in !FS25. You've got about 2 minutes, 45 seconds still left to enter.
Yeah, right. And we will send you this over to wherever you live. So, feel free to join the raffle. And good luck. Yeah.
So, what's next, Benny, while we wait?
I think we will have a next interview partner, but I have to check my cards here.
Yeah, you're right.
First,
We have,
but
Niels
before
soon.
he comes in, we will, of course, give away the box. So spam !FS25 in the chat and start it. Cool. Yeah, but the next interview will be about audio. So this is kind of, yeah, not so common or not a thinkable genre of a game when it comes to game design and the whole thing, but it's always very important because in our game there are a lot of vehicles, a lot of machines that needs audio to be immersive. And yeah, so I'm really excited for Niels. But first, are we already ready with the giveaway? Right, not?
Everyone on YouTube, the giveaway is only taking place on Twitch. You spamming the chat on YouTube as well with !FS25, but to enter, you need to make sure to go over to our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Giant Software.
Right.
Putting !FS25 in the YouTube chat is not going to enter you into the giveaway, unfortunately.
But cool to see so many fans want to have this. Is there anyone in the chat who already ordered this? I think so, right? We have a lot of people. So
It's gotta be, right?
yeah, and there's also the possibility to grab your collector's edition in a store or on Amazon. So yeah, feel free to check this out there as well. So Niels is already
Under
here.
a minute left, everyone, for the giveaway. We have almost 700 people
Niels,
who
come
have
in
entered already.
All right, we will finish the giveaway, but here's Niels. Thank you for coming to here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, cool. Maybe we can switch around to Kermit as well. Yeah, right. So we will finish the giveaway because people are very excited about this thing. And after that, we will start the giveaway with Niels. But first of all,
Absolutely.
maybe you're able to just introduce yourself, and afterwards, Kermit will pick some winners.
Sure, I'm Niels. I'm lead audio designer at Giants, and yeah, we basically do everything audio related. So of course, our main focus is the in-game audio, but we also do the post-production for the videos that we release on
Cool.
social media, for example, and the live sound design as well, or the live sound engineering at fairs, so Gamescom and stuff.
That sounds
also we
very
do
cool.
into
We
it.
will go into that after the picking the winners.
Awesome.
Kermit, do you have winners for me?
Yeah, here in a moment. I have to say, I think for me at least, Niels, the audio team, I see them as like the rock stars at Giants because you guys are doing crazy things like chasing tractors and farm equipment with
Yes.
microphones. Like you're doing things you probably shouldn't do, you know. Just going absolutely wild out there to make sure the audio is as
I
accurate as
agree,
it can be.
yeah. But it's fun. Gotta
All
say,
right.
it's super fun.
Here comes our winner for the collector's edition. Our winner is Northern Aviation. Congratulations.
Oh, that's me. Just kidding.
Imagine. Here you go, Niels.
Nice try.
Talk about rigged. Oh, I love it. All
Yeah,
right,
nice,
So Northern Aviation, look for a whisper, right, Benny?
Yeah, congratulations first, but this was not our last giveaway. We will have a lot more keys and of course one collector's edition left here on the table. So yeah, let's move on to Niels. Thanks for having you
Yes,
again.
Thank you.
Yeah, you already mentioned what you're doing here, Giants, but please tell us about your work. What are you doing in the exact way?
Yeah, it's super different from day to day, I gotta say. So what we love to do is, of course, go out there and record tractors or big machinery, and that's also what we did a lot for 25
Mhm.
to get like a very realistic sound. But yeah, what we then do is we go back to the studio, we edit our recordings, we store them, and then we implement them to the game when they're ready.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And the cool thing here is, sometimes you don't think that community is working so close to the audio guys, but I think in the preview version of DJ Goem we had like this one bird always making so much noise, and I've just
yeah.
I just got to Niels and asked him, is he already out, and have you fixed this? Yeah, it's already fixed.
Yeah.
I love this.
To the stream, we're so sorry. It was a triggering issue that we didn't hear before, so
Yeah.
that's of
Never
course
mind, but they're
fixed.
here for you. And so the next
Yeah.
question for me is, why does audio play such an important role in our game?
Yeah.
So maybe you can give us a background of the whole thing and why it's important for us.
Yeah, I think audio in general in video games is super important because it like really immerses the player into the game world.
Mhm.
So and for Farming Simulator especially, what is important is in many cases in sound design there is no right or wrong.
Mhm.
Because if you have, for example, a sci-fi weapon, it doesn't exist in real life, so there maybe is a good or bad, but not like a right or wrong.
Yeah.
In Farming Simulator, it's different because there, in many cases, is a right or wrong because people know out there how it sounds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why for us recording sessions are so important,
Yeah.
and I think that's what makes the sound design so important and special.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't sneak any sounds past some of our community. They're
No,
really listening
absolutely.
for
And
things to get more and more authentic, right?
exactly, totally true. And it really hurts me multiple times when we bring a machine into the game and we know, hey, we cannot record it because it's like maybe too old because it doesn't exist in real life anymore. So we have to kind of use different assets.
Mhm.
Yeah, we like to use real
Yeah.
recordings, proper recordings.
Of course, that is cool. But
So-
yeah, I heard about a lot of people when they first heard the sound of a new vehicle and they, okay, is it really recorded by them?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you're the guy that flying all around and doing the stuff and the
Absolutely.
recordings, right?
And I gotta say, for FS25, most of the new machines are actually recorded, so they use real recordings. So we're really, really proud of that. That we have so many.
Yeah, so-
recordings.
I love to hear that.
Yeah, this was kind of my next question. So what is
Oh.
new when it comes to audio in FS25? Are there improvements? What are news there?
Yeah. So let's maybe start with the vehicles because we try to improve like almost every area of the game. And when it comes to vehicles, when we compare it to FS22, we basically had an engine sound and one transmission sound, which like created the soundscape of a tractor. And we now more than doubled that. So we have, of course, engine and exhaust sound. We have 2 transmission sounds. We have a dedicated fan sound, and we have dedicated cabin sounds.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
A lot of
and
improvements, right?
absolutely.
It's like
because-
doubled.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize that. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
And also, of course, we have GPS now.
Mhm.
And we thought, like, how can we give the machines more character with
Mhm.
this new feature? And so we decided to go for brand-specific GPS sounds. So
Oh.
we have, of the major brands, we have the real GPS sound they use in real life, so Fendt, Deutz, John Deere.
Right.
But we gotta say we don't have the GPS sound of every brand, because it's more of a marathon than a sprint. So we collect more and more after
Mhm.
time, and yeah, that's the plan. That's just vehicles.
Yeah.
But we of course have more improvements. I'm sorry. Of course, a big aspect also is the ambience.
Mhm.
I don't know if the first time, but definitely it was not like that in 22. We have 3 maps from 3 different continents,
Right.
and that was kind of special to us because usually sometimes we have to share assets between different maps, but in
Mhm.
this case, since fauna,
Mhm.
we needed specific sounds for that, and my colleague Andre did a great job on, like, for example, in Asia you will hear some monkeys in the forest,
Ah, that's so cool.
or some
Right.
specific birds you don't hear on the US map, for example. But yeah, the general system of the ambience is now that depending on the location and the season
Mhm.
and the weather and the time of day, you have like a base ambience.
Oh, that's cool.
On top of that, we have randomized like one-shots, birds flying around, leaves
Mhm.
falling in the forest, or some distant car horns in the city. And on top of that, we then have directional 3D sounds, which like really gives you this immersion that there's a sound positioned here, there's a sound positioned there, and
Right.
yeah, that's super cool. For the ambience, then let me think. We have a super cool new feature which you also didn't have in 20.
I'm already hanging on your lips because it's so interesting to get into these things because usually it's not so that somebody is talking about so many different things of a game and
Yeah.
what's also new?
Awesome.
Sorry.
No, all good, all good. We now have rattle sounds for trailers or for like every attachment basically. So when you drive over uneven terrain
Mhm.
and you have a trailer attached, you'll hear it rattling and rumbling, and that's super cool.
That's cool.
Then we have a whole new palette of UI sounds, of hydraulic sounds. We went for a more realistic approach this time, which was cool. And yeah, I hope that I have, and like a bunch of new recordings, as I mentioned before. So yeah.
Very nice.
Did you do any special recordings? Like, you travel all over the place, but maybe there's one that
Yeah.
sticks out in your mind that was the most fun to do or something like that.
Oh, there are quite a few actually, but I think the coolest one was actually coming when we visited you in the United States, or went to Canada to record
Yeah.
some machines. So, for example, the Challenger is recorded, or the Transtar Eagle,
Mhm.
the truck, is recorded as well in Canada. Then we did a Europe tour.
Cool.
Yeah, so we went from France to Belgium to the Netherlands and back to record Agrifag, Oxbow, the Massey Ferguson Harvester, which is for a starter vehicle,
Mhm.
and yeah, and
So-
the Wolf. So
So how can I think about when it comes to a recording session? You go there with your microphones, holding it to the tractor, and tell them start the engine, or how
Yeah.
does it work?
that's actually what many people think, but
Yeah.
it's a bit more complex. So we have 16 channels of audio, so 16 microphones that we can record simultaneously.
Oh.
And so we go there, we listen to the machine, we
Mhm.
go around and look for spots where we can place the microphones.
Yeah.
Then we attach them. Then we have a recording procedure, different RPM stages, driving, steering, all that stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, so one recording session takes us, I would say, 3 hours per machine.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of much. Yeah, but nice to hear about these things and learn new things about the whole audio thing. But yeah,
Sorry.
we also have now talking NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a side feature, of course, and it gives out more immersion or helps with the tutorial and so on. So how did you handle the voice acting things or the voice recordings?
So we, first of all, our content team created the characters and created the texts,
Mm-hmm.
and we then send out demo text to voiceover artists and listen to, okay, this artist fits to this character,
Mhm.
this to this character.
So they are not AI.
They are not AI, no.
I
No,
saw a
we-
lot of people that are okay. These NPCs are AI, but they are not, right?
No, we definitely didn't want to go for AI. But yeah, then when we decided which artists we take, we had 3 of them being recorded remotely
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of them actually here in the studio. And yeah, we got a lot of control when we record in the studio, so we can say, hey, please pronounce that a bit different, that a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we had to cut all of the text into all the sentences that we had.
Yeah.
So we have around 4,000 to 5,000 audio assets.
Yeah.
for
Right.
NPCs.
Okay,
Wow.
that's a lot. Yeah.
I want to interrupt and say, like, you guys work in the German office with Samal every day. Has he
Exactly.
gotten cockier after doing the voice of David? Is he
Probably.
walking around the office with swagger now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Love it. So, what's your favorite vehicle sound in
Oh.
25? If you could pick one, Niels.
It's tough. It's tough.
Maybe we can have some
But-
water for Niels.
No, I'm
It's-
good.
it's
I
fine?
could-
Okay,
I
okay.
could just- yeah. I would go with the Deutz Acrostar.
Why?
'Cause first of all, the recording was super nice. It
Mhm.
was super cool recording, and you can hear the turbo whistle,
Mhm.
which is like super authentic, and yeah, it just sounds super aggressive and powerful.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, one last question to you. what's your tip for FS25 players? What they have to check out? Maybe something sound-based, or
Absolutely.
maybe the
there is something
ambience?
I actually forgot when it comes to audio features.
Yeah, come back.
We recorded the forage harvesting,
Hmm.
so that sounds super cool now. Sorry, I just
Oh, good.
And the combine harvester. So we recorded the header
Hmm.
and the threshing system, so you really hear like the combine harvester boot up. That's super cool.
Nice.
But yeah, as a feature, gameplay feature, I would go with GPS as well. It's super nice.
Everyone is excited about GPS. Maybe Kermit and me will say, I know, Kermit, you already said GPS too, right?
Yep.
I will say another
Yep.
thing in the end of the stream. So yeah, but thanks for having you. Thanks for
Thanks a
all
lot.
the things you told us about audio design, and I think it's very impressive to see your work and that people can experience this all in FS25 tomorrow. Right, thanks for having
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See
Niels.
ya.
Bye bye. Have fun playing.
Absolute legend.
So it's time for giveaways again, I think, right?
Oh, is it? That's what the,
Because
that's what
people-
the audience wants to hear.
People need the game, and for that we have to start another free keys giveaway. And of course, if you win, you can tell us which platform do you need, if it's Steam, if it's Epic Games, if it's our Giants version, or the PS5, Xbox One, whatever Mac you choose.
Twitch chat only! Exclamation FS25 to enter. It's now up. You have about 3 minutes to go enter. It will not work on YouTube, however. By the way, though, welcome everyone watching us on both channels. Thanks for joining us. I hope you all are as excited as we are for tomorrow. We've seen a lot of questions. We'll address some of the questions at the end. We should have a little bit of time as well, so
Yeah, we
if you
will.
can be patient. We'll get some of that important information out to you guys about release and all of that good stuff. So Benny, so far we've had 2 awesome interviews. It's really cool. I don't know about you. You've been here. You joined August 1st, right? Like you were thrown into the Gamescom fire like immediately
Yeah.
upon joining Giants.
It's like,
but,
yeah,
like,
I'm flipping around and doing so much cool stuff, but I'm glad to
Right.
see it all coming together with the release tomorrow, and yeah, it's so crazy. But I really like the Gamescom, meeting the people. Next year we will have another FarmCon, so our own event, and of course there's a lot of new things coming as well after launch. But today we are talking about the launch tomorrow, and I'm really excited about the whole things and how things are working, and it's so nice to see how many people working on the game. So this is in the end a full build, and it's all working together, and yeah, that's kind of beauty, right?
Right. I'm amazed. Really, I am with what our colleagues on the development, the audio,
Right.
the 3D artists side, like all the team effort that's gone into making 25 what it is. It's the most complete edition of the game to date. It's our most ambitious title to date, and I think people are going to receive it really well. There's a lot of really cool things. The attention to detail, like Niels was talking about with the audio, just continues to get better and better
Right.
with the machines that we put into the game ourselves. So it's really cool to hear that. And I've heard some good feedback already about how there are bits of machinery now in 25 that maybe didn't have the realistic audio in certain aspects of how, like someone told me that they could hear the sound of a trailer when
Right.
they were just driving along. Like you
Right.
could still kind of hear the trailer like jumping around and such. So it's not just when it's in operation even that you can hear the sound. So things like that, it impresses me because it's,
Yeah,
you know,
these
we're
are the
community
details,
guys, we're
right?
doing marketing.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how they pull this off. Video games are almost like magic to me
Yeah.
when you see them, how they come together.
Yeah, when I go through the office and somebody's working on the programs, I'm like, oh, I don't understand anything. I'm here on Discord and mailing and so on. But yeah, so these are the different parts of Giant Software, of course, and a lot of people here working in Erlangen, Germany on the game, and as well in the other offices in Brno and in, of course, Zurich in the Switzerlands, and oversea with you guys, Kermit, in
Yeah,
Chicago, right?
myself and Nicholas holding it down over here in the U.S. office. So it's time to pick winners. We're doing 3 more winners for a key of FS25, right?
Yeah, let's do this. Pick them.
All right. So first winner is Mistake the Third. Second winner is Anton7TV. And our third winner is Cascoin. Congratulations, everyone. Be looking out for a whisper or a DM on Twitch. We'll get that
Yeah.
information to you as soon as possible. So congrats to those 3 winners.
Yeah, make sure you share your email with us so we can send you over the key, and we will check after stream if we got your contact as well. So yeah, thanks for joining, but this was not our last giveaway, and of course I have here a collector's edition as well. You can purchase this in your store tomorrow, but or pre-order it on Amazon, whatever. But of course we will give out again a collector's edition later in the stream. So yeah, feel free to stay here and check out some gameplay and so on. Yeah, and
Sweet.
I think it's time to switch to the gameplay, right? I think we
I
have
think
to.
we're gonna show off. We're gonna show off rice. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we have to show. This is one of our new crops, right? So we have 25 crops in our game that are, yeah, based on the fields and planted there. And before we want to showcase you the whole rice thing, we have to skip there. Yeah, this is fine here. Um, so because we have 2 different versions of rice. The one is the long grain rice that is usually grown, I think, in southern Europe, but mostly in the US, right? And we also have the East Asian version of rice with flooded fields here, of course, as well. And some saplings.
Really, it's
you
like a
have to
difference
grow.
in climate. I believe
Right.
like we grow both of these types of rice in the U.S. It
Ah,
just
really?
depends on where you are. So yeah, you can find different varieties, and I actually learned recently from a partner of ours, Ultrasaurus, who is also like a farmer in a real day life, and a scientist as well, or a lover of all things science. So rice is actually like planted in water, not because it has to have water to grow, but to keep like weeds from growing, to keep pests from destroying the crop. So that's the main reason that you want to flood your fields. Is it kind of works as like a natural pesticide.
Yeah, and it's crazy how much rice is sucked out of the plant from the water, and for that to make sure to plant it here, we already see here a rice field with a pump. Before you flood it, we have to grow our saplings first, I think, and I think it's needs some water, right? So we have to bring
Okay.
this over. Could you bring me the water there? Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
I really like the steps where you can play together on multiplayer as well. So it's on your choice if you want to experience your own farm, doing your own stuff. But you could also play
Need
with
to fill it first.
up to 50 friends, 60 players, servers. Now Kermit is filling the water here, and it's bringing to our greenhouse so we can grow the saplings. And I can hear the sound of water.
Yeah, it's filling up. I don't know. I don't think I need all of this water, so let's see if this is going to be enough over here. We'll just go with this amount. I don't think I need to fill this whole thing up.
Yeah.
So I just pull up to the trigger, and it gives me the prompt so that I can unload.
Right.
And I think that I think it's taken all that it can take.
Yeah, so maybe we have
into the
to
greenhouse.
cheat a bit here, and the direction can help us with growing the rice plant with skipping around with the time. So we will need some pellets of rice now. Usually it grows now and you have to wait until the pellets are ready. We will skip now
Right.
with the time so we can get the pellets here, and you can see it in the sky that the time is already skipped. But yeah.
Yeah, we just need one, really, right? We're just showing things off here today, so
Yeah.
give us one game.
And I'm really excited to show you the harvester of for the wet rice version. I really love the Iziki tools from Japan.
It's so cool, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a
It's
new
really
thing
cool.
you've never thought about, but then you see all the Asian vehicles, and these are so different if you compare it to the US or European ones, right?
Yeah.
So, rice not
Oh, that's a
growing.
good point. We may need to activate the greenhouse as well.
Have you activated it?
It says it's set for storing. It looks like it's working. It's outputting them. Status running, cycles per
Yeah,
month,
now it's
48.
growing. It's growing. I could see this. Like the plans are getting higher and higher.
We need get a dev in here. Give us those dev console command sheets. We could also skip. Do we have the crop calendar growth on at the moment,
I
or is
don't
it turned
think
off?
so. I think it's turned off. So this is a cool feature. So if you like to grow like in realistic way, you can always grow with the calendar, but you could also toggle these things off, and it's always a thing. Even if it comes to weather events and so on, you're
Oh,
able.
look, we have a pallet.
You're able to toggle things on and out. So yeah, maybe we can skip today as well, so we can see more here. But I will bring up the Ezeki planter to bring here to grab the pellets, right?
Okay.
Okay, flashlights on.
We're starting to get some rain now. I believe like we'll show you guys the release schedule at the end,
Yeah.
but it's the worldwide, the global release at 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going based off of being the U.S. guy, and then
Oh.
I'll let Penny do the European time.
Yeah, and we
Was
all.
it 1 p.m.?
It's 2 p.m. 1 p.m. for London.
Yeah.
Oh, now
Correct.
is it already loaded? Oh. Yeah. I have to. Ah, you did.
Gotta unfold it first, I believe.
Or maybe we have to bring this with the fork vehicle. Oh,
I've
yeah,
only used this machine so far in like
when it's filled up, right?
in a controlled environment. They've already got it full for me, so this is a first for me. Maybe we need to get it out of the loading area. It may not want to do it because it's sitting there. It would not let me fill
Maybe
it.
I can grab it with this one here. Okay. So
I think it might actually be like a proximity thing. We've seen it at FarmCon as well. That like now I'm hoping that when you pull up here, I think that's how it works. Yeah, now I can refill it.
yeah, nice.
Now it's giving me.
So
the
bring this with your fork to your planter, and after filling this up, are you already filled? No,
Might
sorry.
It's having some issues though. It's not liking it.
Now it's working.
It says we have some right here, but I
Um,
just at the moment, yeah.
But for the wet rice, we first have to fill the field, right? So you
Right.
can go here to the pump, and
It only gave me 12 liters, by the way. That's why it looks like it didn't work, but I do have some in here.
yeah,
Just can't tell.
just wait a second. I want to explain one thing here. So if you go into the menu where you can build things, you're able. Oh, my overlays here. You're able to decide for the fields. Oh, I've looked this up today, but not sure where I can find it. But you're able to create the fields for rice with
It's under.
under
Keep going.
under what? Sorry.
It's yeah. It's under. If you go to construction and go to
Am I blind?
production,
Production,
the second, and then
The
the
second, yeah.
second thing, and then change the tab at the top. to
cultivation, right?
cultivation.
I have it here.
There it is.
So here you can see the rice fields, and now I can decide where I want to have a rice field, and I'm not sure if I'm able to just make a rice field here in the fields. But yeah, you can decide this, and afterwards you will get the field with like the less downputted edges, and then you are able to fill this up with the pump here, and I will showcase you this as well. Here you're able to flood the field, and then it starts. And the flooding takes some times. I don't know how much, but I think like
It can take about
1
like
hour,
40 minutes.
40
to
minutes. Yeah,
completely-
right.
Yeah, can take about that long to completely flood, but
Mhm.
I believe that as soon as you start the water in the game, that it should allow you to then start planting. You don't necessarily have to wait. It's more realistic if you were to wait, of course.
But we could
But
also skip a bit with the time again, so it's flooded, or you can
yeah, we
see
can
the
do that.
progress of flooding. So maybe we
Yeah,
get
speed the time up.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
boost this like way up to 360, and then we can get there. I don't. Do you have control of that, or is it our
No,
wonderful
Direction's
observer
doing
who's-
so.
Yeah, our observer.
Maybe
back
they
there
can
hanging
hear
out
me
at
and
the bar and-
skip around with the time and
They didn't want to give us.
yeah,
any
now
permissions,
they skipped, and now you can see how it's flooded, and now you can also see the mirroring on the fields. Oh, it's so, looking so good, the game, and I really liked all the graphics that are coming with FS25, and of course the waves that I'm creating when I walk here in to the field. That's so lovely. Cool.
We'll also need the crop calendar turned off because we have skipped to September now.
Yeah.
So it's not going to let me go off planting this, because if you have the crop calendar on in the game, you have to follow it. It shows in the menus. You can plant in this month. You can harvest in this month. It's the same as it was in 22. You can toggle that off as well so that you can plant whatever you want whenever you want.
Yeah.
But for now, like, it's not going to let me unless our director gives me the permission. I won't be able to show this off.
Let me look up if
And you
I'm-
cannot overflood the field. Someone asked in chat. It automatically stops at the right location
Right.
for you.
This is the calendar. I think. Could they help you? Are you now able to plant this?
It's not working.
So maybe
Director, if you
Direction
hear
can
me,
help us with. I
go ahead and
thought the
give-
save game has it. Yeah. Has it off, but yeah.
Here we go. I think. Well, no, let me turn it on. It's still not playing.
Mm,
Well, that's okay.
that's
We
okay.
could
yeah,
also skip to something else for the sake of time.
of course. So we played
how long
too
have you been
realistic
live?
here.
We've already been for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's cool.
Fun time.
We had to ask Niels next time if they also created some pump sounds. Because I
The
hear
one
the
time-
engine of it.
So one type of rice you plant then flood. The other type, like this one, you flood then plant.
Right.
I think they no.
No-
Yeah, now I
Yeah,
have
now
it
it's
now.
working,
I
now
do.
it's
So
working.
Now it is working. As you can see. Thank you, director. We have our overseer,
And here
farm
you can.
manager.
Yeah,
working
and
in the background.
thanks to these guys, always having our backs, and yeah, here you can also see the animation of the Iseki. This is like a vehicle that is used in, I think, East Asia, Japan, and the brand is from Japan, and yeah, I really like the idea of the thing, because you have like in Eastern Asia you have like very small fields and different situations where you have the landscapes, and yeah. You already stopped
If
planting.
you won the giveaway, I see Anton saying something. We'll reach out to you after the stream. We'll have to do it once we're off of the stream here. So we'll take care of all of our winners at the end. You'll get a message, most likely from me or Benny. I'm Kerminator live on Twitch, so look for a whisper from that and giving it to me. Yeah, why don't you show off a little bit? Like drive this thing around on your side so that they can kind of see like some of the tracks that the
Yeah.
machine's making. The light machine, so it's not going like super deep into the ground. Those wheels, but
Oh, I've not used GPS, so I'm not
that's
exactly
okay, I
a
didn't
row.
either.
But of course we could. So it might be way easier. Oh, now I started GPS, and now it's not the right row, but it's okay.
So what's really cool I've seen, and you can do with the GPS if you are playing multiplayer, or if you're using an AI helper and you have multiple machines. Say you want to run 3 combines on the same field, or
Oh.
however many, you can actually set up in the GPS and AI helper menu to skip lines as well. So the AI helper, you can set up skip a various number of lines. So if you did it right, you can actually set up a couple AI helpers to do like harvesting or another job for you. It's going to take some getting used to, You can, of course, just set them on auto, but if you want to start messing around with things like that, have to skip lines. It takes a little bit of toggling settings, messing around until you figure out the science of it. There's a lot of good information out there already from our partners in multiple languages
Right.
about the GPS system, I'm sure, so you can learn so much more already about it.
So yeah, I've also used here GPS, and maybe I can try out if I can also use the AI worker here.
It is real easy to turn off the lines for steering assist. It's in the menu that pops up. You can choose to toggle the lines off. So if you're someone who wants to, kind of feel more of the realism,
If
Vinny,
you-
why don't you hop back in and go to steering assist for them real quick, and then you can see on Vinny's screen like how you can turn the lines on and off.
Have you seen her? She just helped us for like 1 second.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, it's definitely still better. The AI helper will complete
Yeah.
most of the field now, but if you start them like in between of what you've already done, like look at the job we did. They got confused because we botched it.
Yeah, they
So,
got very confused by our work, and they are like,
I think the best practice with the AI is to set them at the beginning. Don't do anything yourself to the field. Just set it and
Oh,
then
sorry.
kind of forget it. Actually, if you pop back over, let's actually go check in on our spinach and pea harvesters that we.
yeah, we
set
have
the
to check
AI
this out. So I'm switching around.
So here is already the.
Oh, they're still working.
Yeah, so these machines go pretty slow. So you see that the spinach harvester has done. They're almost full as well, so we need to help them out with that. I'll hop in real quick. I think that this machine overloaded on your side, however, on your left side. So drive to the right a little bit for me, so I don't drive over the drop.
We'll see if this will overload to you. Ah, yeah, it's working. I really like the animation of the Oxbow spinach harvester. Oh,
Need to get
Kermit is
closer.
trying. No scratches, man. No scratches.
Hopefully the farm manager back at the barn didn't see that.
Yeah, really cool.
So let's go now check. This is the spinach harvester. Let's see the progress that the pea harvester has made.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
see that, like,
The thing
'cause
is,
this one I think we started.
we
on
placed
ourselves.
the green beans harvester in his way, so he couldn't. Yeah, now he's working again. So make sure you're not having a lot of machines on the field, so they can work.
We're not doing the best job ourselves of showing this to you guys. So yeah, you're right.
But
that
yeah.
machine.
Yeah, but he's
Good job.
already working again. So, and you can see he's doing
So
the
we can
line
see that he
perfectly.
did what? Like, he's done the headland, or at least the first headland.
Right.
You go down this way. So like it's taking them a while because these machines are really slow. We maybe should have started like a small field as well,
Yeah.
really to show it off. But I don't know what else we have set up in this save game. So still try to put your AI in the like best starting environment. A fresh field, for example, where you've not done any work, and they will do the job, and you can trust them now.
Yeah, perfect. Maybe we can have a time skip again and then just harvest the rice, and afterwards we have some giveaways or some questions from the chat, right? Oh.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So maybe for direction we need a time skip again, so the field grows the rice. Ah, you're already in
can
the
also go
Izeki. Sorry for skipping. I have to go there. Ah, here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the pump.
I like that feedback in chat. There hasn't been enough talk about the crop textures. Sorghum looks completely different, and it looks great. Thanks for that feedback, Rex
Okay.
Elias on YouTube.
Yeah, so then let's move on. Maybe last thing I want to show with the gameplay here is the CR11
Ooh, fancy.
from New Holland. This is a cool item you could get from the collector's edition. We will give out today as well for last time, and of course, yeah, it's in the game if you pre-order things and get the cool version. So I think here we
Yeah,
have
I
the
don't remember, like, all of our versions, all of the Giants eShops versions have the CR11
right.
and the MacDon as a bonus. Some of the other, like, stores and such will vary what they're giving out as bonuses.
And here we are with the long grain rice. So this is a other version of rice. It's more common to have this on big fields, and let me start the GPS as well. And now it's working, but it's looking so cool. I really love the golden touch of it, and it's looking like it's very expensive, and it is. We can go through the shop later and check out some machines and the prices and all the vehicles. Yeah, but I really like the CR11. It's very cool and very big.
It's very nice, and what I like about this is that it actually just, if you have the pre-order bonus, if you get the gold CR11, then in the shop you just go to the CR11 and it adds extra customization options. So it's for console players, that's really important because it's not adding like a completely different vehicle. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to download anything extra. It just adds on that different configuration option, and you'll be able to look fancy in your gold combine. As you can see right now, this is the GPS on rounded fields. I really love because
Yeah.
you've not had to stop around that first curve there. Now you're adjusting it back a little bit, but rounded fields are working really nicely with it.
Right. Yeah, nice. So maybe let's jump to a small talk between us and then get back to the game and to the shop, and we will or can show you some more vehicles and or just asking the chat what they are looking forward to. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
cool.
Vinny, we gotta do this more often. Like we've been
We have
like
to.
nose to the grindstone. We've been so busy
Yeah, true.
getting prepared for launch that like you've been now at Giants for 3 months, and like we've done what we can to chat together, but we've both been so busy
Yeah,
that
right.
we haven't even got really to play the game enough. I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah, that's true, and we
I
have to
say I'm
play
mad about
multiplayer
it.
more often, right? And
Yeah,
when I started at Giants, you were very busy with all the events in US like PAX, and we were very busy with Gamescom, and we planned the preview events for the US and Europe, and very cool events, of course. But now it's time to play the game, right? Tomorrow is the launch,
right.
and I'm really excited to do so. And of course, we have to do more streams together.
Of course.
And I think there are a lot of other colleagues in the office that can tell very cool stories like Niels and Stefan did. So maybe we have some more interviews as well, if you like that.
Oh
And
yeah, that would be awesome for sure. Yeah, it's really great to have the streams back. We haven't streamed much in a while, but there's been like a whole transition period. Of course, we had the launch this year. The community team has shifted. Lars moved on, and Chalky moved into being social media manager. So now the community team, it's the two of us. We have Wolfgang, who is our PR manager as well, who is kind of overseeing the community team, and things are moving smoothly as they can for like having a launch to work on.
yeah,
So now that we're past launch, of course, the work doesn't stop. Like there's already work being done to integrate, more machines and things like that, and free content updates, and Giants develop Mod Hub mods. So those of you, I've seen some concerns over, the machinery, maybe not enough diversity. Some people have said. I think 400 plus machines with
and
authentic
tools, yeah, right.
paint colors, authentic audios, much as possible, where we can get them scanned, where we can get them recorded. It's pretty impressive, 400 machines and tools. But there will be more coming, and of
Right.
course, the Mod Hub mods are going to start rolling soon too. So you won't lack for equipment in Farming Simulator 25, especially. We've got the year one season pass content already, the roadmaps out there, but there's also the free content updates, the free mods added to Mod Hub. So
Yeah, a lot we are looking forward for, right?
we have to make, we have to take into consideration things like console. We can't just put all of the machines on, for example, because that would then add automatic slots. So to make some of them optional on Mod Hub, that's a way to say, okay, if you want this specific machine and you're on console, then go download it. And if you didn't want it, it's not taking up the space. So, there's all these different various factors we have to think about when it comes to stuff like that. But there's definitely plenty more machinery to come and some really cool stuff in the works. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, that's cool. So what you will do tomorrow when the game launches and you have maybe some time left after your community management exercisings and stuff, but what you will do first in Farming Simulator 25, I'm yeah, very
Creating my multiplayer server and
nice.
starting up on Riverbend Springs, most likely. I think that's the map we're going to go
Hmm.
with. And my wife will have access to the game as
Cool.
well. We'll be playing on Xbox together after work's done tomorrow. So
Just on the
after
couch,
work's done,
couch
after dinner is
co-oping.
consumed,
Nice.
we're just on the couch. We're going to be on Riverbend Springs and we're going to start our journey. I haven't quite made my mind up yet if I'm going to start with a bunch of money.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like I probably will, because part of me playing the game
It's
is I
like
also need to learn about it for the job, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I have the one complaint I have of joining Giants is that I play the game less now because I'm so busy with the job than I did
Same
before
year,
I
yeah,
joined when I
right.
was a content creator. And I was a student and I was playing in my free time,
Hmm.
streaming Farming Simulator. So less time to play. So I need to make the most of it. So I have to like have fun,
Yeah.
but also be able to use like a large diversity of the equipment and machines in the game, do all the processes, maybe some of the new stuff, so that I, of course, know for the job better how to play the game too. Because yeah, I feel just the menus alone, Benny,
Yeah.
in 25 is like a learning experience because the UI has changed. Some of the things have moved around,
But we put a
so
few things together, so I think it's like more,
it's really nice.
yeah, it's very entable and yeah, you will see tomorrow. Maybe we can go through a bit, but of course you have to check this out on your own. But yeah, there are things like the weather and the crop calendar is together now, so you have just one section for this, and I think there are a lot of improvements I really liked about the game. Yeah, and of course,
Yeah, I can't wait.
coming back to your first session, I really like the idea of having the cozy season right now. Yeah, get your blanket and on the couch and play Farming Simulator together with your wife or with your friends. Very cool. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think.
Yeah, there's going to be many cold nights in the Chicago area coming
Yeah,
up soon
true.
where
I only.
we're cuddled up playing Farming Simulator.
That's cool. That's cool. So I will go for the Hutan Pantai, the Asian map first. I think because I really like the whole ambience. Like Niels told
Oh,
with the
I've been so
music.
tempted too.
Yeah, but I could totally understand you that you go first with the US map because it's very well produced. Of course, the Asian map as well and Sri Lanka too. But yeah, of course, I totally
So
understand
far,
you.
I've been playing 25 a little bit since I got access to it like last week, the
Hmm.
version that everyone will have tomorrow. And I've played on both maps, but I think I've gotten so used now to like where things are on the map on Riverbend. That's what I
Hmm.
want to spend. But I love going and playing maps of like other countries that I'll or areas that I'll never visit, right? I like playing Farming Simulator almost as a way of like virtual farming tourism, where you can see how farming's done in
Yeah.
different parts of the world and see what the landscape looks like. It's really cool. And when we start having the mod maps coming out too, like
Oh yeah.
you can find almost every area of the world covered once the mod maps come out too. But Riverbend, it's just so lush and green and definitely has that feel of
Yeah, and
like that area of the U.S. So it's
that's
cool.
true. And we have to share after the shop the ferry because it's right next to the shop. So the ferry and
Oh, are
the
we
whole
gonna yeah, we're
river
gonna ride
area
on the
is
ferry?
yeah, and it's a small
Nice.
creek, so there's like very cool yeah ambience. Um, I think I will start with some contracting things because I really like the idea of getting into the game and doing some contractors work. So I'm putting all this together and learning about new crops and so on. And I've seen that there are improvements too. So very excited about this. Yeah, maybe we can move on to the global release. I don't know if the direction has the graphic for it presentable, but yeah, we already talked about the global release. Here we have it on stream. You can see the different time zones. We will go out with every version, every platform on the same time. And this is the first time we're doing a global release, so everyone can experience the same game at the same time. And this is very cool. For Paris, so European time, Central European time, it will be 2 p.m. tomorrow. Um, Very excited for it. Maybe you can go through some other um, time zones, Kermit.
Yeah, so 8 a.m. Eastern time, 5 a.m. Pacific time for those of you who are in North America like myself. And also, you do see on the graphic there in yellow, it says preload available now. You can preload on the Giants eShop version
Right.
and PS5 and Xbox only, but it is available to preload on those platforms. Otherwise, it'll be available at the time on the screen. And remember, these are planned times. Launch day, we can just cross our fingers and hope for the best. So this will it will start unlocking for you all, though, and you'll be
Yeah,
able to
right.
start getting in. And we're really looking forward to seeing how you all receive it when you
Cool.
all finally have access.
Yeah, thanks for the graphic. And yeah, one last question. Of course, you already mentioned that your highlight feature will be GPS, but let's yeah, put all
Your
highlight
turn.
features together. Yeah, it's my turn now, but I will go with ground deformation as well. We haven't shown it, but we have showed like in the water with the rice field and other stuff. But ground deformation is a big thing as well. And of course, the weather effects are kind of cool because it gives more immersion to the game. The hail and the twister, of course. I just saw one screenshot with the twister, so it's not like you're engaging it every time, but cool feature, and you can always toggle off crop destruction and so on. But yeah, I'm really excited about the features because it's like something new happen that gives the gameplay a new version or new idea of how you're doing, how you're growing, and so on.
Right. I like. There's so many good features for
Right.
sure that I feel like you could pick one out and be able to really see it as like a vast improvement. Ground deformation is great too, for sure. It's adding that extra little bit to the visuals. It's making you feel more like your tractor is affecting the environment more, and the weather will kind of have a play on how your tractor is reacting with ground deformation. So if it's been really rainy and the ground's wet, it's going to be a little bit softer and
Right.
slippery. If it's been snowing a lot or been really cold, the ground's going to be harder. So there's a little bit of those different behaviors and physics and mechanics that are coming in for the first time too. So it's really nice to see that. And I want to say for new players as well, the NPCs, not just new players, but especially new players. I've already gotten feedback of people watching the early access, people having a chance to see the NPCs, that they are now getting, kind of lost in that more and learning more about the game by going through and talking to the NPCs and learning about the different processes. So I think that's a really neat thing too. And for experienced players, like I said earlier at the stream, at the beginning of the stream, I think the NPCs also have some really funny, dialogue in there that will make the diehard farm sim fans that have played over the years chuckle. Like we're poking fun a little bit at ourselves and the game, and trying to just have a little bit of fun with it. So
Yeah, that's cool.
it's entertaining as well.
Right. So yeah, what we can else say about the release, I think one thing is a very good thing, and it's the improvement that we go updated to the Giants engine 10th version, and you can see the whole graphics improved, the trees, the whole all things that are working together to create a cool farmland and landscape. And I think when it's morning, you going with your combine on your field and the fog is like laying on the fields, it's like very immersive. I really like the whole idea of this, and like it's more realistic with the whole weather, and I'm really looking forward to this and yeah, that's
I love it. I can't
yeah.
wait. We're gonna have to start, the community team server. We're gonna have to get cracking on some sort of project, Benny, where we hang out and play. And I'm really looking forward to being able to get more and people involved now.
Right.
We're almost there for the global release. It's so exciting.
So I think we can go out with the next three keys for you guys with a new
Sweet.
giveaway, and of course afterwards you can also ask for some questions and we will answer a few ones in the chat. But yeah, feel free to first spam FS25 for entering the giveaway. And of
Yep.
course,
Giveaway again only on Twitch as a reminder. So go over to Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. If you want to enter, it won't work on YouTube. We'll pick a winner in about 2.5 minutes.
right, it's twitch.tv/Giants Software to join our stream on Twitch. And yeah, of course, if you have already any questions to both of us, maybe we wait after the people spammed FS25 for getting their
Yeah.
key. We will check out some questions
I
from
have
you
seen
guys.
I've seen a question like about like slot counts, things like that on console.
Mhm.
What they talked about at FarmCon, some of the developers, is that those things, machines now take up less slots than they would have in 22. So things have been optimized so that you can do more with less, if that makes sense. So it's going to go a lot farther, your slot count now, than it used to because of those optimizations. But it's, of course, it's like every platform is different. So we've had questions like, why is there a slot count on console that feels very limiting? But it's designed so that your game doesn't start breaking. If you had too many machines or too many bales on your map, then
Right.
you're going to really start having some dips in performance. And if we could know every single PC specs, if they were all the same, we'd be able to also have a slot count on PC. Technically, there is one, but there's no way of figuring out what that figure is because it's different for everyone.
Right. So
How
yeah.
much longer do we have on this giveaway? Let's see. And remember, if you win, we will send you a message
Right.
at the end. I've got everyone's name saved here, so we'll come back to you after the stream's done. Please be patient, and we'll get them to you as soon as we can.
Cool. So yeah, last FS25s in the chat, and I need to have slow chat to figure out if there are any questions because they're like very fast right now. But yeah, if you can see or figuring out any question, we can answer right now. So feel free to ask.
So
some
on
questions
YouTube, we
right
had a question,
Cool.
and there's been some like flickering with like the ground and trees.
Mhm.
Do keep in mind that there is still like hot fixes to come as
Right.
well. So what you're seeing is close to final version, but things are still kind of being smoothed out. And if you have feedback, if you find bugs, like please report them to us. The game, the work on the game does not stop tomorrow for us. In
Right.
fact, like we've been going continuously. They're already now working on things going forward for 25 into the future, not just the DLCs, but the free content updates and such. And
Right.
of course, we'll be patching the game as regularly as we can and improving on the performance and things like that too.
Yeah, and that's what we are here for. Give us our feedback, your feedback to us, and we will share it with the developers and the other teams to improve the game as you like to have it. And I think the whole GPS thing or the ground deformation, these were all requested features by the community, and we're here to bring this up to the developing teams. And yeah, then we can integrate things like you like to have in your favorite game, Farming Simulator 25.
Right. Perfect. Someone said, how can they contact? It's feedback.giants-software.com. Make sure you give as much information as possible to them. Screenshots and videos especially go a long way. Be as precise as you can with the problem. And keep in mind as well that they will get so many bug reports that you likely won't get a direct reply, but that doesn't mean that it's not being followed up. What often happens is that you find a bug, but other people have found it, right? So the way the team is working, they try to see what is being
Right.
reproduced the most across many users and then focusing on those things first.
So one person asked for the release time for Africa. You can calculate through the Paris version. So if you're in Northern Africa, you're like 1 hour behind, I think. I have to calculate as well. But you see those graphics on our social media accounts, so you can figure out there.
And on our Discord as well, if you're in our Discord, go to the announcements channel, and Chalky put a post up
Right.
earlier today that says countdown time, and it shows in your time zone. The nice thing about Discord is you can type it into where it shows in the person viewing its time zone.
Right.
So if you want to know exact time and it's not showing in the graphic, Discord's the best play to see it right now.
So I think you might be ready to pick some winners. But this is
Oh yeah, 3
not
more.
our last giveaway, so don't leave the stream. We will have a collector's edition after yeah,
All right,
our
here we
next
go.
gameplay session.
I'm picking out 3, right, Benny?
Yeah, right.
Cool. We have Cussy Lauder has won the first one. Let's Farm It. Yeah, let's.
Let's
Has
do it,
won as
right.
well. Congratulations. And Boondock 1 has won. Congratulations to you all. Be on
Congrats.
the lookout. Make sure you have whispers enabled, and I'll be reaching out. Benny, your day it's what, almost 8 p.m. for you or something like that
It
now?
is, but it's
7?
fine. It's like release time, and I'm here for the community.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. But I still have several actual working hours in the office to go today, so I
So
would
Kermit
assume
will
that these
send out you the keys for Farming
yeah,
Simulator,
exactly.
the winners. So nice. Later we will have a collector's edition, maybe a second one as well. But let's see. First, I go through my list here. Let's show the shop and some vehicles from the game. Maybe this is
Yeah, let's
interesting
do
for the
that.
players. And for last step from
Do we
gameplay
have
side.
do we have permissions now to buy things?
That's a question. Let me check. I just buy like.
Looks like it.
Let me try just to buy just a small tractor. This one here, and let's figure out if we are able to go there.
Yeah, I bought something.
Have you already? Are you already at the shop? As a shop? Ah, here.
Yeah, I'm at the
Ah.
shop. I'm right here in this
Oh,
international CV,
that's
and
cool.
you can hop in the passenger seat with me, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact.
I'm
look
in
at
there.
Wait, so what do you want to do?
Yeah, drive me around to the ferry. It's like go to the left.
I know where it is. I've been
Okay.
going across it so much. I've actually picked. So someone was asking earlier on
Mhm.
multiplayer, can you pick like multiple farms? Like, yeah, so you can have multiple farms set up, but there's already some preset areas that have farmyards in them. So we were starting on what in the game settings now. When you load up the game, Vinny, this is new to 25.
Yeah.
You can choose like several different setup options, and
Right.
one of them is you can choose if you want the starter farm on that map or not. So
Mhm.
the starter farm now you cannot destroy the buildings for on the map because the NPCs need to, like, that's Grandpa Walter's farm, so you can't get rid of Grandpa Walter's farm. But there are other locations on each map already pre-set up where you can demolish the buildings and really do what you want with the landscape. We'll show you one of those farmyards because for me, I've actually picked for Riverbend Springs. The default farm area is lovely, but I really like the location of this first one. So, have you activated the ferry?
Yeah,
Is it
I
on
think
its way?
I've activated it. It's coming out of the fog like in Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, so of course
yeah, it's
we have.
looking real creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, but of course we have fog on the water like in real life, and it's summarized there. But yeah, here's the ferry, and it's a cool feature. I come back into your truck.
Yeah, and we wanted to show off that we added in the Kubota pack for Farming Simulator 22, it had a passenger strip added so that people on console for the first time could ride in vehicles together with their friends, and that is now base game for Farming Simulator 25.
Slow down,
So
bro.
Vinny,
Yeah.
will you hop out on foot again? And if you click in the left stick, you'll be able to activate the
Yeah, I
ferry
do
and send
this.
it on its way.
I think I've already started, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I can
Gave us
hear
a
the
little
engine,
honk
right?
of the horn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here you can also see those cool looking, or I go back into the car, the cool looking lights.
This international truck is so nice. So for the first time in the base game as well, like you can use this truck. It has different configuration options. So you can use it as a flatbed. You can use it as a tipper as well. So this thing is really versatile. The first time we've had a truck like this in the game, and a branded one at that. There's also, I'm in love with the international pickup. I almost showed that one off. But I
Right.
wanted to show this one because it has like different options in the back.
Yeah, that's
Functional
cool.
for the farm.
And we should
But
also
the
show.
interior of the international pickup
Yeah,
is so lovely. It's amazing.
it's true. True. So now we're across the river with the ferry. Cool new feature on Riverbend Springs. Of course, you can experience that as well tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central European time. And yeah, we have to check out more vehicles, right? I think there is a
I
new
will, but
car
I was going
brand.
to show you. I wanted to show this off real quick up here.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Show
show
me.
off where this other farmyard is, and I'm going to break the rules and just cut through the grass here. Although we got to watch out for this fence. So I really liked it because there's all these grass fields, and then the farmhouse. You can actually buy this land up here to our right, and you have this plot will be given to you, and there's other buildings already preset here. You can choose to keep some of the buildings, you can demolish some of the others. But here's like, this is like one of the storage buildings, for example, for this farm. There's a lot of space in there that you can store your vehicles. There's another storage shed over there to the left, a really large one that you can store vehicles in. And then you also have the farmhouse up here. So if you were to buy this land, this would be your farm instead. So on multiplayer as well, of course, like usually things like
Yeah.
the buildings are removed, but there's already land kind of pre-set up. And you can choose from a couple of different options of where you want your farm to be. Just go buy the land, search for it on the map, and there's a few different options on each map. All right, so what else do you want to show off?
Yeah, let's show out of our new car brand, Skoda, from Czech Republic.
Ooh, yeah.
And can you buy one? I want to show the shop, and you buy one, and I will jump into there
Yeah, sure.
to there as well. Ah, here's the Skoda, of course. Of course, we also have the Aprilia, the motor, the cross motorbike, and the Ape. I really love the Ape. You've played with the
That
Ape?
thing's so fun.
I will buy
Yeah,
it
it's
so
so
we
fun.
can also see how it's working.
I
But
don't. So we can't ride in that one together though,
Yeah,
because you take up the whole thing. The thing is tiny, but it is so cool.
yeah, but there are a lot of cool vehicles, and of course, Skoda, new brand in our game. I really like it. Yeah, cool looking cars. I like the color as well. The default color, the gold. I will buy it. Maybe you've bought it anyway, but yeah.
So I didn't even know until recently that Skoda is a brand, because we don't have this in the U.S. And like
Really?
one of our colleagues, I was at the German office like last year or the year before,
Yeah.
and they drove in with a. I was like, "That's a cool looking car. What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a Skoda." I was like, "Never heard of that."
Really?
Cool
So
cars, though.
so in German it's kind of common, but it's belonging to Volkswagen, to
Okay.
the bigger company. But yeah, it's one Czech car company. So yeah, mostly in eastern parts of Europe you will find a lot of Skodas. But yeah, also we have a lot of trucks here. Maybe we can show the Volvo FH Electric 2. I will buy this here. I really like it, and it's kind of not so noisy because it's electric. Yeah, let's
So we
buy
had
it.
someone asking us earlier, like, how do we have so much money? Well, one, we're the developers, but two, the government subsidy mod, just like in 22, is available from launch. So
Right.
if you're wanting to have more money and you're on console and you don't have access to the development commands, or you don't want to bother with the development commands, that's available from the start. You can place those signs down, advance time, get a bunch of money, buy all the new machines, check everything out if you want. So that'll be available at launch. As long as you're updated to the version that we're on, which you should be at launch, you'll have access to it.
Right. And tomorrow you're able to see the shop on your own, figure out what you're looking for. Is it a new tractor? Is it a new harvester? A new combine? Whatever. Trailers, everything
It's
in here. Just
so I'm
feel
laughing
free.
because you bought the Ape and then you bought that Volvo truck,
Yeah.
and just seeing the two of them sitting next to each other here
Yeah,
at the
right.
shop is hilarious.
Oh, I'm here big.
Just look at the size difference.
There's so many different ways, and yeah, I'm also very big fan of the whole the big class one we had at Gamescom as well, the Xerion. That's crazy as well. I really like it, and I also really like the Valtra, because I don't know, it always reminds me of my first gameplay session for YouTube, where I could drive this through the landscape of Riverbend Springs to show the new features, like the cool new lights coming through the trees, and of course, yeah, the whole ambience. But yeah,
Someone has asked, how do you change your camera to third person? If you're on PC, it's the same button you used to do. It's the same camera button that you used to like do third and first for vehicles. And now it works when you're on foot too. So you click in the right stick if you're on console, you press C if you're on keyboard on PC.
right stick.
Hey, look at this! Just look at me in this thing in my farming simulator hoodie.
Kind of funny.
I think I need to eat less cheeseburgers. Kind of cramped in here.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of cramped in here, Benny.
And of course, we will have a look in the new Skoda as well, for the Skoda. Yeah, cool songs.
Yas, you said no passenger seat. Where would you put them? Where do they go? Kermit's new company car. If I had
You're
this thing
getting
in the
roasted.
Chicago area, one pothole would destroy it.
Yeah, true.
Like if I drove this Ape around the Chicago area and just hit one of our famous potholes, like this car would be dead.
True. So yeah, I think it's time to have a last view here on the map, and of course we have here some improvements as well with all the colors and so on. I really like the new idea of how we created the maps and the designs. And of course here's the crop calendar we've already mentioned with the weather together, so we put some some things together, so it's better to find things like animals or so on. It's like way easier, right? Yeah, contracts as well, production chains, and you can here decide if you clicking on the owned ones or the active ones. Of course, prices, alphabetic, and yeah, multiplayer overview as well, right? And settings, of course. But yeah, experience everything on yourself. Oh, I hit the upper.
So we
Yeah.
can't confirm anyone like brands, what exactly we'll add here or there.
Yeah.
Vinny is really getting used to playing on controller for the first
Yeah,
time.
sorry.
I'm in the interior view and I see your guys' hands and he's just straight up just struggling over there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's yeah, move on. Next stream is with PC, right? Or with
For your sake and
steering wheel.
all the pedestrians, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it's on lease.
So yeah, thanks for having you here for the gameplay, but we are not at the end of the stream. Of course, we will have a last giveaway for you guys, and then yeah, wrapping it up. I think it's time for a collector's edition, or maybe two, or one.
Okay.
Is the
Cool.
chat hype for two collector's edition? So we could give out two ones. Hype? Hype is there, I think. So we will give out two now and then end up the stream. But your chance to win FS25 collector's edition, we will ship it to you. And
I'm
yeah,
starting it now, so you might have to re-enter it. I saw the spam going crazy as soon as he held those up, but I just started it, so you might have to do it again to get it.
yeah, right.
I'm just sitting in the back seat. I'm waiting for my Uber driver as well. Once the stream's done, maybe he'll take me to my destination of this. I'm in this back of the Skoda, just hanging out over here.
True. So yeah, last time spam FS25 in the chat. You have to go to the Twitch chat on our Twitch stream, twitch.giants
The link is below on this
TV
graphic
slash-
as well. You can
yeah,
see it. Next to the
Software
Twitch logo.
to raffle with us around this collector's edition here. So
Someone
yeah,
asked earlier, like, can I get a collector's edition on console? No, it's PC only. It's our Giants eShop version. You get it a PC, you get a disc and a digital download for any of the eShop versions that you buy on PC.
right.
So if you don't have a disc drive, but you still want like the box, that you can just use the digital code and download it anyways.
Right. Cool.
We've got just under 2 minutes left on the giveaway. So, Benny, like, it's been awesome to hang out with you on a stream for the first time. I'm
Yeah,
sure
thank
this
you.
is like the first of many that we're going to be doing now.
Hopefully
Things
my
haven't
English
quite
was
calmed
kind of
down
fine.
yet.
Hopefully my English was kind of good.
Your English
but,
was way better than my German would have been.
That's true, but
I would have just
yeah.
been sitting there like the whole stream if we were doing it in German.
Yeah, true. Next time
You did
will
fine.
learn this. But yeah,
You did just fine.
thanks for having you, Kermit, for your time and all your experienced ideas and things. We are going so crazy when the release will come up tomorrow. I'm so hyped here, and I'm so excited to do a lot more work together with you. And yeah, we are your community team. We are there for you guys with your feedback, with your ideas you have for Farming Simulator. Join the Discord, contact us. Feel free to join the partner program if you're a content creator, whatever. We are here for you guys, and hopefully having a good time in the next years as well.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. We're already working on things as well, like for the community side, that once the dust is settled a little bit, and we get into the new year and such, there'll be even more stuff that we're working on that'll come out,
Right.
like for various things community related. I can't give you much information now, but plenty of opportunities as well. Hopefully to see some of you all in person if you can make it out to events that we're at next year as well. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities in Europe and in North America. Again, we might not both be at all of them, but because Benny will cover most of the ones in Europe, I'll cover most of the ones over
Right.
in North America. But we'll overlap on a few and both be in person at a couple. So
Yeah,
we
very
hope to
looking
see you
forward
guys
to those
out.
events with you.
I
All
can't wait
guys.
for your first FarmCon experience next
It's
year,
true.
Benny. I'm looking forward to seeing what you think about it. Let me check in on this giveaway. 40 seconds left.
So let's
Get
go.
your
Your
entries
chance.
in now.
Yeah, your chance to win a collector's edition. 2 collector's edition will give out now. Give out now, and yeah, here's
Actually,
one.
I think the timer was just frozen. It's already actually closed. So
Okay.
we're picking 2. Is that right,
Yeah,
Benny?
that's right. We're picking 2.
2 collector's edition winners. First up, Mr. Hamster Boy. Congratulations. And
Congratulations.
wow, this is one that you should be saying. Let me see.
It's German.
Feinwaschmittel.
Oh, Feinwaschmittel. I couldn't translate
How-
this to English, but it's for washing your clothes. So if you want to have it like very, yeah, very soft, you use this in your washing machine.
Like a
That's
fabric softener.
Feinwaschmittel. Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
Feinwaschmittel,
I love it.
congratulations as well.
I did okay on the German, didn't I? I did all right.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to those 2. So that's all of our giveaway winners for the day,
Right.
right?
And I think we will have a lot.
Have whispers enabled on Twitch.
Right.
You will get a message from me. I'll ask for your email, and then we'll send those codes over via email, or in the case of the collector's editions, we'll get information about how to get that shipped out to you.
Right. So yeah, was an amazing stream. I really enjoyed the time with you and all the colleagues here from Giant Software. Thanks to the whole production team who was always here for
Yes.
us and helping us with the whole game, the settings and whatever. Yeah. Shoutouts to everyone from Giants working on the Farming Simulator 25. It was an absolute blast, and I think there is a lot of time going on after launch for new things, new cool upcoming features as well. And yeah, we will see a lot
Yeah,
of
you'll
more
see more
streams
streams from us
hopefully,
as
right?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see more streams from us, I'm sure, going forward. Like as much as we can, right? We have so much to do, so many projects now that we're working on for the future as well. But streams are so much fun, and any chance, Benny, we get to play the game and get paid while doing so, it's not a bad deal, is it?
Cool idea. Let's do this. Yeah. So guys,
I love it.
I think Kermit, you have the last words for this stream. Um,
Yeah, sure.
thanks for having
Well,
you
thanks,
guys.
Benny.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Stefan Maros. Thanks, Niels Heine as well. Our guests that we interviewed, a lot of cool information that I didn't even know about was learned from both of those. We're really
Right.
excited for you all to be able to get your hands on Farming Simulator 25 tomorrow. Remember, if you want to know the exact time, join our Discord and look in the announcements channel. You'll be able to see it in your time zone.
All
And other than that, we're looking forward to your feedback. Let us know how you're liking the game. Let us know ways that you think we can improve as well. We do our best to be able to get that community feedback, and I feel like you really see that in 25 as well. A lot of these features added in have been asked for a long time now. So, yes, thank you all so much. That's it for us today.
Yeah.
Keep being awesome, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you
Enjoy
guys.
yourselves out there in your virtual
Enjoy.
farms and Farming Simulator 25. Bye, everyone. See you then.
See you. Bye bye. Thanks.